Good evening, children. Today I am going to continue chapter number 4 of history, and the name of the chapter is the Mauryan Empire. So, children, today I am going to continue my chapter from the point of Ashoka. So, from Ashoka, I will be starting my chapter. Just a short glimpse of the chapter what we have studied in the previous class was that the Mauryan Empire was founded in the 4th century BC, and of this empire we come to know about the sources, and the sources were literary sources and the archaeological sources. So children, if we talk about the literary sources, we come to know about Arthashastra through the book of Kautilya, Arthashastra, and the book of Megasthenes, that was Indica. Through these two books, we come to know about the political, social, and the original conditions. Shubhi Yadav, which chapter? Your test is of which chapter? Okay, children. Shubhi, can you tell me the name of the chapter which you are having for your test? Children, both these chapters I have already done. Twice or thrice we have done Vedic civilization and our constitution. And hopefully by tomorrow you will be getting your test papers, means the marks which you have, the paper which you have given on Thursday, you will be getting the marks by tomorrow. So, and the other archaeology. So children, what you want to do just now, tell me that. Sakshi, Charu, Shubhi, just tell me fast. Okay, so archaeological sources, we come to know about the edicts of Ashoka. We come to know about edicts of Ashoka. In the edicts, okay, we come to know about the Sanchi Stupa. Now let's first come to the point. Now in this chapter, in the previous class I have taught you about the Mauryan Empire, means that is Chandragupta Maurya. But in the syllabus, in the latest syllabus, this topic Chandragupta Maurya is not there. And even Bindusara, Chandragupta Maurya and Bindusara have been deleted from the syllabus. So now let's move to Ashoka. The main point of this chapter is Ashoka himself. Ashoka succeeded to the throne after his father Bindusara. Ashoka succeeded to the throne after his father Bindusara's death. On the occasion of the throne, Ashoka got the title of Devanam Priya. Ashoka got the title of Devanam Priya. Now what do this word mean? What is the meaning of this word Devanam Priya? What is the meaning of the word Devanam Priya? Means that particular thing which is the favorite one of God. It means the beloved of the gods and Priyadarshi. And he got two options. He got two titles like Devanam Priya and Priyadarshi. Devanam Priya means the beloved of one of the gods, and Priyadarshi means the beautiful one. Yes, correct answer. Yes, Ridhima, answer is correct. Beloved of gods. After that, now let's talk about Kalinga War. Let's talk about Kalinga War. This Kalinga War was one of the main events in the life of Ashoka, which changed this particular thing, changed his behavior, his administrative methods. Means a drastic change was there in his life. And that was the Kalingas. The topic is the Kalinga War. The Kalinga War was a war which was fought between. The Kalinga War was a war which was fought between the Mauryan Empire and the state of Kalinga. During that time, Kalinga was an important kingdom. During that period, Kalinga was an important kingdom because it controlled the trade routes with Southeast Asia. Why it was important? Because it was controlling the trade routes with Southeast Asia. And just due to this, because of this cause only, as it was covering the routes, controlling the routes of Southeast Asia, that's why Ashoka wanted to capture it. Therefore, he led his huge army. So that's why he led his huge army to Kalinga. And in which century? That was 261 BCE. In 261 BCE, he started his Kalinga war. Now, it was the planning of Ashoka to attack over Kalinga. On the other side, the Kalingas also led an army. The Kalingas also led an army to the war field. The small army of Kalingas was not a match for Ashoka's mighty army. But there was a drawback. The army of Kalinga, the small army of Kalinga, was not in a position to stop Ashoka's huge army or Ashoka's mighty army. Though the Kalinga army fought hard, although the Kalingan warriors, the soldiers of Kalinga, they fought bravely. Soon the whole Kalinga army had collapsed. But after a short span of time, the entire army of the Kalingas collapsed. Collapsed means it got defeated. There were more than lakhs of people captured. More than lakhs of people were captured. 1 lakh deaths. Just think, during that time, 1 lakh death on both sides. Brahmins and monks, the Brahmins and the monks which were staying there, they also died. Means it was not only the death of the soldiers, but it was also the death of the common people, the ordinary people, the citizens. The battlefield was bloody. The battlefield was bloody with dead or injured soldiers. The battlefield was bloody with dead or injured soldiers, crying orphans and widows. The condition was critical. There was hue and cry. The orphans were there, widows were there, injured soldiers were there. The entire battlefield was filled with blood. Only blood and blood was visible. Although Ashoka won the battle, on the other side, under these circumstances also, Ashoka won the battle. Ashoka realized the futility of war. After this war, after seeing the condition of the battlefield, Ashoka realized that what is the result of a war? What is the consequence of a war? He saw the bloodshed and sufferings of the soldiers' families. After seeing the battlefield and the conditions of the soldiers' families, means the members of the family who were dependent on their son or on their soldiers, he vowed never to fight again. And on that time only, after seeing the pathetic condition of the battlefield, he took an oath, he took an vow that he is not going to fight again. The Kalinga War of the year 261 BCE was the last battle of his life. He converted to Buddhism, and after this battle, he converted himself to Buddhism. He converted his religion to Buddhism and dedicated his later life to help his subjects. And the remaining part of his life, he was always ready to help his subjects. For the remaining part of his life, he was always ready to help his subjects. He preached non-violence. He preached non-violence, ahimsa. He taught the concept of non-violence, means you should not be involved in hinsa. Means hinsa means to murder someone else or to show your powers. He was not interested in that. And victory through dhamma. Dhamma means on the basis of your truth, on your policies. He preached that it is conquest through dharma. That was the real conquest in life. If you conquer a person, if you are having the dhamma philosophy, I will be telling you the dhamma philosophy, means if you are following that philosophy of ahimsa, that only you can get victory. This particular dhamma policies, the principles of dhamma, they changed the personal life of Ashoka. See the consequence of that. He stopped hunting. This person, he stopped hunting and eating meat. He stopped hunting and eating meat and abandoned the life of luxury. See the important point in this, that being a king, he abandoned, he put a restriction on the lifestyle. Means now he decided that he is not going to live the life of a luxurious person. He will be leading a simple life. He made some significant changes in the state policy of Magad. After that, he made certain changes in the policies of the Magad kingdom. The policy of Magad imperialism ended, and the policy of Magadan imperialism, it brought to an end, or it came to an end. Now let's talk about extent of Ashoka's empire. What was the area, what was the extent, means what were the areas which Ashoka was having in his hands. Ashoka's empire, the empire of Ashoka extended from the Brahmaputra in the east to Hindu Kush in the northwest and the Arabian Sea in the west. These were the areas which were coming in the hands of the Ashoka. And from the Himalayas in the north to river Panar in the south. Certain parts of Nepal also and Kashmir also formed in his empire. Outside India, अब इंडिया के बाहर की हम बात करते हैं, it included the provinces of Kabul, Herat and Kandhar. Now, अब हम लोग बात करते हैं बेटा, what was this Ashoka's Dhamma or Ashoka's Dharma? And one more point I would like to tell you, that what were the consequences of Kalinga's war. Firstly, let's talk about Ashoka's Dharma or Dhamma. Now, question is, what do you mean by Dhamma? सबसे पहला question, what is the meaning of the word Dhamma? Dhamma is a set of edicts. Dhamma is a set of edicts that formed a policy of the Mauryan emperor. And on that edicts written that the policy of Mauryan emperor were mentioned. His policy of dharma has often been equated with conversion to Buddhism. It is also said that his policy of dharma or dhamma, two words are there, children. One word is the dharma, D-H-A-R-M, which you use, and the same word means it can be also pronunciated as dhamma, dharma or dhamma. These are the same words. Ashoka's Dhamma. अच्छा, हम लोग क्या मानते हैं? People believe that after this Kalinga war, Ashoka has converted himself to Buddhism. So that's why his policy of dharma or dhamma is often being equated with the conversion to Buddhism. Ashoka's Dhamma was neither a new religion nor a new political philosophy. Means whatever Ashoka has started, it was not a new thing. Rather, it was a way of life, a code of conduct and a set of principles. It was a code of conduct, a way of life and a set of principles which should be adopted and practiced by the people at large. Means all the points were very simple, which should have been practiced by all the people. Dhamma is a Prakrit form of Sanskrit word dharma. Actual Hindi word, Sanskrit word is dharma, and the Prakrit form of Dharma. The Prakrit form of Dharma is Dhamma. In Sanskrit we call it Dham, and in Prakrit we call it Dhamma. Now let's talk about the main features of Dhamma. In one of his edicts, his emphasis on respecting elders. In short, I will say, you should be respecting your elders, including religious elders. Students must show respect to the teachers. Next point, elders, superiors and officers should be polite. Means all the senior candidates, elders, superiors and officers, they should be polite and kind to their youngsters, inferiors and subordinates. Means the elders, superiors and officers should be polite and kind to their juniors, inferiors or subordinates. Know the meaning of the word subordinates? Subordinate means the person, those who work under you. If you are the officer, the lower means those people, those employees who are lower in rank, they are your subordinates. You should follow ahimsa or non-violence. You should be following truthfulness. Stressed on charity. Charity here, what does it mean? One should give education. One should give education to the illiterate, money to the poor, and knowledge of Dhamma to everyone. Means educate, give education to the illiterate, money to the poor, and knowledge of the Dhamma to everyone. Dhamma means dharma, to everyone. Ashoka favored pure life and simple life. Ashoka favored pure and simple life. Anger, cruelty, pride and jealousy are great sins. He disapproved empty rituals. This person was totally against the empty rituals, and he was tolerant to all religions. What is the meaning of the word tolerant to all religions, children? What is the meaning of this word? Nikhil, Tanishk, Shubhi, Charu, what is the meaning of the word tolerant to all religions? What is the meaning of this? Charu, Shubhi, tell me the meaning. Tolerant to all religions. What does it mean? Okay, yes, correct. To accept all religions means to give equal importance to other religions also, apart from your Buddhism. Yes. Okay. Tanishka, Nikhil, where is your answer? Now, the next point. Propagation of Dhamma. Now let's talk about propagation of Dhamma. Ashoka took these measures for the propagation of Dhamma. First, Ashoka inscribed them on rocks and pillars. Ashoka inscribed them on rocks and pillars. He opposed new class of officers known as Dhamma Mahamatras. He appointed, this person, Ashoka appointed a new class of officers, and they were known by the name of Dharma Mahamatras or Dhamma Mahamatras. What do this word mean? What was the main aim? The main aim was to raise the morale of the people and also to supervise the actions of the state officials. He had instructed, Ashoka had totally instructed his officials to make the life of citizens happy and prosperous. His main intention was that the life of citizens should be happy and prosperous. Yes, Tanishka, Pratham, Charu, your answers are correct. Ashoka himself undertook tours to see that his orders. Ashoka visited the areas. He used to go on tours to check out that whether his orders were obeyed or not. This was an ideal system of administration, and this system was totally idealistic because it brought peace and made the people happy and prosperous. Just for spreading these philosophies, these ideas, he sent his son Mahendra. He sent his son Mahendra and daughter Sanghamitra to propagate Buddhism in Sri Lanka and in Western countries. Now the other point is, what was the impact? What was the impact of Dhamma? First, religious unity. People belonging to different religions followed their emperor's policy. People belonging to different religions followed their emperor's policy of religious tolerance. So now it was a good impact on imperial policy that all the people, they were giving equal importance to other religions also. Second point is moral values. People started living a moral life under the influence of Dhamma. Moral life means simple, helping the needy, means helping the poor person, providing education to the illiterates, means whatever is in your hands. If you can provide a help, you should do that. End of crimes, the most important significant point. End of crimes. The policy of ahimsa. The policy of ahimsa almost put an end to activities like theft, crimes. And the best impact was this only, that there was an end of crime in the belt of his Ashoka's empire. Next point is public welfare. With the policy of conquest and wars having come to an end. अब देखो, जब कलिंगा वॉर के बाद अशोका had totally stopped the battles. He never fought battles again. So what was the impact? Ashoka's Dhamma helped officials to undertake public welfare. Now the entire money, now the officers were fully undertaking the task of public welfare and public work schemes. This resulted in prosperity and helped people lead a peaceful life. And due to these policies, the people were able to lead a very peaceful life. Children, these points are clear. Tanishka, Pratham, Charu. These points are clear, children. Ashoka's Kalinga War. This point is totally clear or not? Give me your response, children. Tanishka, Pratham. Okay, now I am moving to the Mauryan administration. Now my point is Mauryan administration. Now, during that time, from the books of Chanakya, Arthashastra, Mauryan Empire had two main divisions. The first division was of civil administration. The first administration was of civil. The civil administration had two main divisions. जो civil administration था, इसके main दो parts थे. The first one was the central and the other one was the provincial. Two parts were there. One was the central and the other was the provincial. So let's talk firstly about the central administration. The civil administration had two main divisions, the central government and the provincial government. So firstly, I will start from central government. At the central level, the king was the highest authority of the state. At the central level, nowadays we are having the PM as the head at the central level. So during that time, at the central level, the king was the highest authority of the state. And the king was having the military, judicial, legislative and executive powers. The king was having the military, judicial, legislative and executive powers. He was the supreme commander of the army. The king was the supreme commander of the army. He was, however, assisted by council of ministers, but the king was having the support of council of ministers. Council of ministers you can say, or you can say Mantri Parishad, headed by the prime minister. Each minister, nowadays also each minister means, if you talk about Honorable Amit Shah ji, Honorable Rajnath Singh, we can give examples. These people are having different portfolios also. Honorable Amit Shah is having the home ministry, and on the other side Honorable Rajnath Singh is having the defense ministry. Means each and every cabinet ministry or each and every mantri was responsible for his or her department. The ministers were wise and loyal to the king. The most important thing, the ministers were wise and they were very loyal to the king. Pujari of the state was called the Purohit. Ministers advised the kings on matters of war and peace and was called Senapati. The head of the treasury, treasurer means khajana. The head of the treasurer was called Sanidhata and Samharta. The head of the treasury, treasurer, जो मेन खजांची होता था, he was called Sanidhata and Samharta. The taxation expert. Acha, apart from this, other ministers were also there. They were the executive officers, they were the governors, they were the revenue officers, they were the judicial officers, and they were the treasury officers. Means so many ministers were there. Those were looking after several areas, several departments. Now let's move to provincial government. The empire was divided into 4 provinces. The empire was divided into 4 provinces with the imperial capital. And what was the capital? The capital was Patliputra. What was the capital, children? The name of the capital was Patliputra. From Ashokan edicts, the names of 4 provincial capitals. We come to know about the names of 4 provincial capitals. They were Tosali, Ujjain, Swarngiri and Takshila. 4 are, again I am repeating the names, Toshali, Ujjain, Suvarnagiri and Takshila. The head of the provincial administration, जो भी head होता था provincial administration का, he was known as the Kumar or Aryaputra. He was known as Kumar or Aryaputra, who governed, और ये जो भी govern करता था इन provinces पे, they were the representatives of the king. The Kumar was, and whosoever was the representative means the Kumar, he was assisted by Mahamatyas and council of ministers. Means for him also several ministers were there, those who used to guide him. Pradeshika collected taxes. Pradeshika collected taxes. Rajukas performed the functions of modern day Tehsildar. And this Rajukas performed the duties of the Tehsildar or revenue officer. The Yukta was the treasurer. Means these were the provincial. Provincial means, see, the central level is the highest post, means it is a big power. For example, if I talk about PM today, Prime Minister, he is the head of the kingdom. Kingdom means your entire India. He is the head of the kingdom, and under him several provinces come. Your provinces are the states. Clear? So who is having a higher post? The king of that time and the PM of today, Prime Minister of today. He is the head of the entire kingdom, means the entire nation. So that's why he is the head. And the other officials are there. The other officers are there, those who are under him. Other officers are also there. Those who are under him means they were the provincial officers. Now let's talk about one more thing. Let's talk about the provinces and their capitals. Magad capital was Patliputra. The capital of Magad was Patliputra. Gandhar was Takshila. Avanti was Ujjain. Southern province was Swarnagiri and Kalinga was Tosali. And the capital of Kalinga was to Shali. Okay, children. After this, one more thing was there. That was the district. Now, district administration. The provinces were further divided. The provinces were further divided into districts. A group of officials worked in each district. The Ashokan inscriptions refer to three classes of officials. They were the Rajukas, the Yuktas, and the Pradeshikas. They were the Rajukas, Yuktas, and the Pradeshikas. These were the posts. Now, at that time, there were intermediate levels of administration. Intermediate means there was relationship between a district and a village. Both the things were tied up. A unit comprised 5 to 10 or more villages. जैसे 5 या 7 या 10 गांव मिला के एक हमने एरिया बना दिया, उसको कहते थे ये लोग, फिर मतलब उसको एक डिस्ट्रिक्ट कहते थे. 10-12 गांव मिला दिए, फिर एक डिस्ट्रिक्ट बन गया. अब ये जो 10-12 गांव होते थे, द विलेज जो गांव होता था, द विलेज और ग्राम वॉज द स्मॉलेस्ट यूनिट ऑफ एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन. द विलेज वॉज द स्मॉलेस्ट यूनिट ऑफ एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन. द हेड ऑफ द विलेज was called Gramika. The head of the village was called Gramika, and this Gramika was assisted by the village elders. देखो गांव का जो हेड होता था, that person was the Gramika, and this Gramika was assisted by the village elders in the village administration. That was the duty of the Gramika. Now children, these points are clear. Now, if you all agree, should I come to the question round? If you all the people agree, should I come to the question round? Send your yes or no. But you all should give the answers also. All the people, Arnav, Pratham, all the people should be giving the answers. Send your yes fast. So only Arnav, Charu, only 3 people are giving the response for yes sir. Others, where is Sakshi? Sakshi, where are you missing? Come out. Okay. So सबसे पहले एक सबसे इजी क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं, ठीक है? द इजीएस्ट वन. आई होप सो यू विल बी एबल टू गिव द आंसर. द इजीएस्ट क्वेश्चन इज, Tanishka, you give the answer. If Tanishka is not able to give the answer, then others can give. My question is, name any 3 rulers of the Mauryan dynasty. Name any 3 rulers of the Mauryan dynasty. Answer it fast, Tanishka. 3 rulers of the Mauryan dynasty. Yes, children, answer my question. Tanishka is taking a lot of time. Others answer it. Name any 3 rulers of the Mauryan dynasty. Anyone? It is open for all. Give me, okay. Aditi has given the answer. Okay, yes, Aditi, correct. Others also. Naresh, you are giving me the name of only one king. You have to name three. Okay, children. Yes, correct, Janvi Yadav. So the exact answer for this is Chandragupta Maurya, Bindusara and Ashoka. The exact answer for this question is Chandragupta Maurya, Bindusara and Ashoka. Next question. Name the first territory. Name the first territory conquered by Chandragupta Maurya. Name the first territory conquered by Chandragupta Maurya. Okay, Tanishka, no problem. The other question is, name the first territory conquered by Chandragupta Maurya. Yes, and now Tanishka, Shubhi, Aditi, give the answer, children, fast. Patliputra. Okay. So, the exact answer for this question is Punjab. The first territory conquered by Chandragupta Maurya was Punjab. Now, the next question. Easy question. And now, Anand, you have to give the answer. Who was the Greek ruler with whom Chandragupta Maurya fought a war? Who was the Greek ruler with whom Chandragupta Maurya fought a war? Answer it fast. And now you are getting confused. Listen to my question. Who was the Greek ruler? Ruler matlab Raja. Who was the Greek ruler with whom Chandragupta Maurya fought a war? Anyone? Anyone of you can give the answer? Janvi, Tanishka, and now Aditi. Anyone? Aditi, you are getting confused. Okay. Yes. Now Aditi Chaturvedi, your answer is correct. Seleucus Nicator. The answer is Seleucus Nicator. And Megasthenes was a Greek ambassador. And now Megasthenes was a Greek ambassador in the court of Chandragupta Maurya. Now the other question. Name the book written by Megasthenes. Name the book written by Megasthenes. The Mauryan Empire. The chapter is Mauryan Empire. Okay, yes, correct answer. Yes, the answer is correct. Yes, all the people are writing the right answer, and the answer is Indica. Okay. Now, other question. Next question. Name the four provinces. Name the four provinces under Chandragupta Maurya. Name the four provinces under Chandragupta Maurya. Name the four provinces under Chandragupta Maurya. Okay, children, the answer for this question is the four provinces under Chandragupta Maurya were Magad, Takshila, Ujjain and Swarnagiri. The answer is Magad, Takshila, Ujjain and Swarnagiri. Yes, Aditi, correct answer. Okay. Correct answer, Aditi Chaturvedi. Now my next question. Which two titles were assumed by Ashoka? Which two titles were assumed by Ashoka? Okay, Arnav, correct answer. Now give me the answer for this question. Yes, Charu, one is correct. Dev Priya or Devnam Priya. What was the other title? One is Dev Priya, and what was the other title? Should be the other title. One is written Dev Priya or Devnam Priya. What was the other title? Okay, Arnav Anand. Correct answer. Devnam Priya and Priyadarshi. That's the right answer, which is given by Arnav Anand. So good, Arnav. Your answer is totally correct. Now, the easy question. When did King Ashoka invade Kalinga? When did King Ashoka invade Kalinga? Write the year. Write the year, children. When did the King Ashoka invade Kalinga? Arnav, Aditi, Janvi, Shubhi, Charu, send the answer fast. Okay, Shubhi, yes, correct answer. That is 261 BCE. Okay. Now, one different question. One different question for you. To which religion did Upagupta introduce Ashoka? To which religion did Upagupta introduce Ashoka? Charu, Ashoka was not a follower of Jainism. Yes, Aditi, the answer is correct. Correct answer, Aditi. Upagupta introduced King Ashoka to Buddhism. Remember children, after the Kalinga war, Ashoka became a follower of Buddhism, not of Jainism. So remember only Buddhism in relation to Ashoka. Next question. My other question is, why was Ashoka's edicts inscribed in Prakrit? Why was Ashoka's edicts inscribed in Prakrit? My question is, why was Ashoka's edicts inscribed in Prakrit? Now, the answer for my question is, Prakrit was the language of the common people. Prakrit was the language of the common people, and Ashoka wanted, and Ashoka wanted his message to be read by all, because at that time Prakrit was the language of the common people. So children, from the next class I will be starting the chapter the Delhi Sultanate. That's right, Delhi Sultanate. Okay, Shubhi, Aditi, all the children. From the next class, which chapter should I start? I will be starting the Delhi Sultanate. Okay, children. So for today, this much only. We will be meeting in the next class with a new chapter.